Hi Professor, this is Diana. So this is my video submission for my midterm exam. I'll be talking about if I could do what Socrates is trying to say, which is know thyself. And I think that everything I've learned so far throughout the semester helps me understand this question and helps me answer the question, and everything ties it together, and that's what I'll be doing for this video. So to answer the question, I do think that people can know themselves, but it will change every week, every year. It's not gonna be the same. Of the things that you like, the things that you learn will be different from what you like today, or what you learned today, or what you believe today. It will be different in the next few days, in the next years. So that kind of brings me back to the lesson that where we learned about the beliefs and how people around us kind of affected our belief system growing up, and up to now it still changes. So yeah, and Socrates thinks that we are able to, but there is a way to be able to know ourselves, which is what he thinks is the Socratic method. So from what I've learned and from what I've kind of researched about the phrase is that his method basically is a way to kind of help us learn more. Like, okay, so from what I got from the article, I'll read the part where he basically questions because he knows nothing, and knows that he knows nothing, and that he has nothing to learn, but those questions will help his people, or the people that believes him, to discover the truths that they have in them, which is, I think it's such a unique way to kind of make people feel confident, which is what I've talked about in my past videos. But that I think that Socrates was very confident himself, and that some people don't have that in them, and that's what we're kind of missing. But some people are overly too confident that it kind of ruins it for them. So everything that I'm talking about right now is kind of bringing me back to the lectures where when Socrates was saying that people were claiming him that he's wise, but some people claim that they're wise, which doesn't make them wise. So that's basically kind of ties to that thing that I just talked about. And it's just such a hard question to answer, because there's so much that I want to say. It's just, I think that people, or myself, could do it. It's just a very kind of dangerous thing, because we don't know what we're gonna learn about ourselves. There's still like that kind of fear that kind of holds people back to learn more. But that's what Socrates is trying to tell us, is that there's more things to learn, that we shouldn't stop learning. And that's basically brings me back to the phrase, an unexamined life is not worth living. But the fear kind of holds us back to do that, and I think it's because of just how the world is basically right now, like what situations there, like events happening everywhere, that kind of affects us to do that. Maybe it was easier back then for him, but for now, like, just very different. And yeah, so to tie everything up, I think that people could do it. People could know themselves or learn more things about themselves. It's just for Socrates, he thinks that using the Socratic method will be able to help us to do, to answer the things that we want to know about ourselves. But for me, I think it's a very risky and dangerous thing to do, to know ourselves more, because there will be things that we might not like to hear, like answers we might not like to hear to our questions. Um, it could bring us problems, um, bring up situations that we might not like, and yeah. But I think that Socrates is just trying to tell us to keep learning and to not stop learning, because an examined life is not worth living. Um, it's just, it brings me back to that one discussion post where I talked about how um, someone was claiming that he was wise, and he doesn't think he is. He just knows things. That's what he thinks. But what makes him different from others is that people claim that they are wise, but Socrates does not claim that he is, which that's what makes him different. And he thinks that those people are only claiming they're wise, but they only know certain things, which is not a wise thing to do, because a wise person will keep wanting to learn more and not stick to one thing. And that's what I'm kind of getting from, also what I'm kind of getting from the question or that phrase, is that we shouldn't stop learning, and there's not there and there's no ending to it. But I think that there's a lot to learn, but there's no ending in it. And I guess we're just gonna keep learning until we live on and die. But yeah, that's what I think about the know thyself phrase. And I think that we could do it. It's just we have to be prepared for what comes and what we hear. And yeah, that's my midterm exam video. Thanks for listening. I'll see you soon.